It's who we are, mate. Tottenham Hotspur. It's who we are, mate. It's who we are. Welcome back to Fog Football. It is a massive game in the footballing calendar. Or is it? Is it really? It's Rangers against Tottenham. Chris Sutton's been talking. A lot of people have been talking. Could Rangers actually sack Big Ange from Tottenham? It would be absolute. Imagine Big Phil sacking anyone but himself. I mean, come on, man. How mental would this be? But yeah, I'll tell you what's coming, right? Gun-ho football that actually might suit Rangers, right? We always do better in the Europa League when teams come on to us. I think this could either end like 7-0 to Tottenham, right? Or Rangers could turn Tottenham over like they did to Nice. Honestly. And I mean, I think there's more chance of Spurs scudding us than us scudding them, right? Let's just get that perfectly out there. But Spurs are in a bad place right now. Conceding buckets of goals, but scoring lots of goals. It could be a crazy game of football. And I think that suits us, to be honest, because we just don't have a quality that Spurs have. Funny enough. We really don't. But we'll see how it goes. As for Ange, right, I just want to give a quick thoughts on Ange before we dive into Chris Sutton's comments. I heard Paul Merson say, he's lining Spurs up like they're playing Kilmarnock and St Mirren every week. Obviously a dig at the Scottish League. But the reality is, right, Tottenham is a diddy club. Ange's style of play, right, and his mentality, because when you hear him speak, man, he wants to win. He says, I always win things. That works at clubs that actually win things. Spurs just do not win things. They haven't won a trophy in like 16 years, right? And then they haven't won anything meaningful since like the early 90s. And then they haven't won a league title since the early 60s. We're talking about a club that doesn't know how to win. We always joke about clubs in Scotland, right? Rangers. Rangers have only won one league title in 13 years, which is absolutely unforgivable. Look at Spurs, man. Most people watching this vid weren't even alive when they did it. And if you were alive, you probably would have been about 5-year-old. People that actually watch Spurs win it, most of them are dead. And Ange, I'm convinced if Ange went to any other club, right, at the top 6, he would have them firing on all cylinders. He would. It's just something that is ingrained in the Tottenham Hotspur. They just don't have winning in their DNA. They just do not, right? And we've seen better managers than Ange Postecoglou go to Tottenham, and it's no worked out. Mourinho, Conte, guys who are a complete different style to Ange. The sort of style that these guys in the pundit box, man, are all greeting about. Ange, he needs to be a bit more pragmatic. He needs to be a bit more defensive. Spurs have seen that. Spurs have seen that under Conte and Mourinho. They fucking cried about it, the fans. Now they actually get a manager that plays an exciting style of football, and they're still moaning about it. What do Spurs fans want? They want to win something, and I think their best case of winning something is probably keeping this guy and maybe win the Europa League. Anyway, what did Chris Sutton say? And I quote, "This is a guy who has had 25/26 years in coaching, and this style has worked for him, not just at Celtic, everywhere he's been. He's been a huge success. So if he has a weakness, it's his stubbornness in that respect. Spurs fans, remember when he got the job? You go back to when he got the job and why they wanted him. Robbie Williams singing songs about him. And what have you? Ange Ball and all that. Spurs fans have to decide. They want to be a winning team? Well, they haven't won anything for years. When he got the job, it's because they wanted to see entertaining football. You can't say you're not seeing entertaining football. But he will not compromise. He will carry on playing the same way. So Spurs fans, do you want him to carry on playing the same way? Or would you like there to be a better balance?" End of quote. It's like, what do you do? What do you do? Do you get rid of him? I just don't see how Spurs get rid of Ange though and get better. Who are they going to bring in? They've already had the tried and tested options. They are just. Who's Pochettino's managing the American team? Maybe when that World Cup's done. Now, obviously, Spurs will play Rangers very soon, and Sutton was quick to speak about Rangers, and I quote, "Rangers are back in form, aren't they? They beat Ross County 3-0. So you'd keep him for Thursday, say Spurs go and beat Rangers 8-0. Would you keep him beyond that?" End of quote. What the fuck's that for Chris Sutton? Say Spurs go and beat Rangers 8-0. Beat Rangers 8-0. I wasn't expecting that turn of offence. But see, I honestly don't get Chris Sutton. Like, one minute he'll defend Scottish football, right? And it feels like here he's burying it. Oh, Rangers are back, aren't they? They beat Ross County 3-0. Yeah, if Brendan Rodgers, Celtic, the last time they went to Dingwall, they struggled, didn't they? As we've all been told here on this channel, they really struggled. What was it? I'm sure he was kissing Brendan Rodgers' arse that day. Rangers do it, man. Oh, they beat Ross County, you know what I mean? Ah well, ah well. But yeah, he's saying the 8-0 Spurs. He's saying Ev at the end of the day. I think it'll be a good game. It's all banter, folks. All banter. But I think it'll be a good game of football. It'll be a crazy game of football, don't get me wrong. But yeah. Could Rangers sack Ange? I think it depends, man. I mean, if Rangers scud Spurs, which Spurs could go off the rails, it could happen, then maybe, but I don't even know if Spurs play at the weekend. That could probably be the team that might get them sacked, but I mean, they're sitting really low on the table, not far above United, who've sacked their manager, so that's what Spurs fans will probably measure it with. Anyway, we'll be back very soon.